Hello and welcome to News Swarm. I'm your host Chris from the CHRILLCAST, and today we got some interesting polls. Um, we have a three-way tie, at least on this refresh of the page, and I've already covered some of these subjects. But right now we're going to be covering, are there more Zelda HD titles coming to the Nintendo Switch? And I think we all know the answer. We all know the answer. Nintendo is geared up and ready to give us the HD remaster for Link's Crossbow Training. Now that you've all clicked off the video, it's a good game, guys. Come on. Make sure you guys like this video. Comment down below what Zelda remaster or remake you think will come next, and if there's even one coming. And then make sure you guys subscribe if you like the way we troll you and if you like the way we cover the news. I know everybody was expecting that these two games were coming to the Switch sometime during E3, and then we got Skyward Sword, which was kind of expected, but not exactly, considering the sequel to this game is coming next. Yeah, so everybody was kind of expecting we would get, we weren't getting this on the Switch. Everybody was kind of expecting something else, or maybe a combination of that plus some other things, especially since the Mario 35 includes some cool stuff. The last time we got like a true Zelda collection, and I could be mistaken, so correct me if I'm wrong, was back when we got Legend of Zelda Collector's Edition on the GameCube, which included Legend of Zelda 2, Adventure of Link, Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, and one of my personal favorites, Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. That was a really cool collection, and it's one of the games that I'm very happy to have gotten back when it first came out, because there's no way I'm about to go out and buy all of these Zelda games today because they've all just shot up in price. I'm curious, so they already did this one for the 3DS. This one's probably not coming anytime soon, or at least they did the Game Boy Advance remake on the 3D. I don't know, it's kind of a weird situation with the Four Swords thing. I mean, maybe we would see something like this come back, but I sincerely doubt it. So we're back to time to, oh, and there was also this semi collection, the Zelda Ocarina of Time Master Quest for the GameCube, which was also pretty cool, but I doubt that's going to be the one that comes to the Switch next. So we're kind of down to these two. These two games are probably coming to the Switch at some point, but we don't know when. And if you look Game Awards, which game do you hope gets remastered next? Kind of wish Nintendo would announce the remasters for Wind Waker and Twilight Princess, ideally as a bundle, but we know they'll sell them separately at $60 each. Probably either that or $40, depending on how much work they put into it. If they sell them together, you know this is going to be a $60 price tag. Who knows? But what I can tell you is this. When Nintendo actually puts time and effort into a remaster or remake, when you go from like Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker to Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD, things like the Swift Sale and like the elimination of some of the fetch quests really made it a better game. And given that this one is locked to the Nintendo Wii U, and the population of Wii U owners dwindles every year, it seems like, but we're still sitting at like 13 million people that have one, or 13 million consoles in the wild, I should say. And I really think this game deserves to be on the Switch. It would fit easily. We already know how nice this art style could fit on the Switch, considering Breath of the Wild uses the same art style. And then, I mean, this game, I think this game, the older it gets, the kind of more aged the graphics look, and that's just because they didn't use a easily scalable format for the graphics. Like, I remember when I first booted this up on the Wii U, it just, the graphics aren't going to hold up forever. So if they want to put this on the Switch, the best bet, in my opinion, would be to bundle it with the Wind Waker, just because you get a good value, and you get the really pretty looking game with the game that has kind of one of the most unique gameplay elements in the series, and that would be the Twilight Princess games. But I wouldn't even be surprised if Nintendo just brought Wind Waker HD on its own to the Switch and didn't even touch Twilight Princess. I know one of the big criticisms that Nintendo got when they brought Twilight Princess to the Wii U was just how aged the graphics looked, especially when they scaled it up to 1080p. Now they did bring some pretty nice quality of life things to Twilight Princess HD, like climbing ladders did not take an hour anymore, and things like that. But I mean, think about it this way: Twilight Princess was on the GameCube, the Wii, and the Wii U. That's 3 consoles in a row. So if you didn't play it on the Wii, the GameCube, or the Wii U, and you're expecting it to come to the Switch to finally play it, I mean, you had 3 generations of chances to play Twilight Princess or Twilight Princess HD. The Wind Waker, on the other hand, only went to the GameCube and then skipped the generation that came to the Wii U. So far less people have probably played the Wind Waker than have played Twilight Princess, just because of availability's sake. So, like I said before, I could actually see Nintendo only bringing Wind Waker to the Switch, and then maybe later on bringing Twilight Princess HD to the Switch, as opposed to bundling them together. Maybe we see a remaster or remake in the Zelda series once per year for the next 3 years, and that's how they do it. Like maybe they do, because they already have the N64 games coming, so that's already there. But then maybe next year they do this one, and then following that maybe they do this one, and then maybe if we're really lucky, they'll go back and they'll grab a Link to the Past and do, not Link to the Past, Minish Cap, and do what they did to Link's Awakening to Minish Cap, because Minish Cap's cool, and I would love to see more people play that game. I know it's locked to the Game Boy Advance, but it'd be a really neat one to scale up to the Link's Awakening graphics and see how it goes. So, anyways, maybe Capcom and Nintendo can work something out. But as far as this year goes, I think N64 games is where it's going to stop, and then maybe next year, my guess next year, we'll see Nintendo announce this one, and maybe Twilight Princess HD. But I think that one's far less likely for the reasons I've already stated. And if we do get it, my guess is this will be towards the end of the Switch lifespan. It's kind of one of those gimmies at the end. So anyways, that's my prediction. You can have your own. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. And if you like what we're doing, subscribe, comment down below, and like this video. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.